You can take the boys out of Tottenham, but you can't take the Tottenham... Oh, no, wait. You actually can take the Tottenham out of the boys. Eric Dyer and Harry Kane being let down tonight by their teammates. Eric Dyer, with a sensational goal line clearance, then goes up the other end, scores a looping header to get Bayern Munich right back in it. A brilliant finish from Harry Kane to put them 1-0 up and 2-2 on aggregate in the tie. But it just wasn't enough for Bayern Munich. And two players who play for Tottenham showing up in the biggest moments. Love to see it for the boys, but like I said, they will be gutted tonight. But Inter Milan, they deserve so much credit. I mean, one of the most well-coached teams in the tournament. We all know about Inzaghi, Lautaro Martínez. What a player he has been for them over the past couple of years. And this season, he's having an outstanding season. And yet another goal for him tonight. I mean, you know, they've got players like Çalhanoğlu, Henrik Mkhitaryan, who are performing to excellent levels in the Champions League. Players who you might have thought were done years ago. But again, the coaching, the refining of their roles by Inzaghi, and they've turned into Champions League level proven players. It's almost like they've been rebirthed in the system. So many players have been rebirthed in this Inzaghi system. I'm telling you right now, they are going to cause major issues for Barcelona in that semi-final. I can guarantee you that.
Inter Milan are in the semi-finals of the Champions League, and it is official. Inter Milan versus Barcelona in the Champions League semi-final. The dream match everyone wanted. The most underrated team in the world versus the best team in the world. I know PSG are underrated as well, but Inter Milan versus Barcelona will be one to watch. Barcelona want the quadruple. Inter Milan, they want that Serie A. They want the Champions League, and they're going for it all. Inter Milan, Lautaro Martínez is him. Pavel, I think he scored his first goal this season in the Champions League, or something like that. But Lautaro Martínez is the main man. Done it in the first leg and in the second leg. Home and away, Lautaro Martínez. I wanted him at Manchester United. Fair play, Inter Milan. They're through to the semi-finals. In the semi-finals, they go. And yes, Harry Kane curse is still a thing. Harry Kane strike, whatever you want to call it. Oh, that's no Martinelli just scored.
Mastrangelo, stasera rompi i piatti, li rompiamo, beh. Dalla gioia, grande Inter, siamo tra le migliori 4 squadre d'Europa, in semifinale col Barcellona, battendo un grande Bayern Monaco, battendo una delle 4 squadre più forti d'Europa, e i juventini a casa a piangere, e i milanisti a fare i guffetti, a piangere. Sono 3-4 giorni che mi dite rompi i piatti mercoledì sera, rompi i piatti, li ho rotti, andate a vedere su YouTube, ne ho rotti 4-5, dalla gioia. Mamma mia che sofferenza, ragazzi, mamma mia che Inter, lo sapevo, me l'aspettavo, è venuta fuori la partita che proprio mi aspettavo, perché il Bayern Monaco non muore mai. Il Bayern Monaco, ragazzi, c'ha 7 vite, sta squadra non muore mai, e noi abbiamo buttato fuori una grande squadra, no come gli altri, chi si fa butte fuori, chi dal PSV e chi dal Feyenoord, e poi c'è chi va in semifinale battendo il Bayern Monaco. 4 migliori d'Europa, noi ci siamo, e voi cari amici del Milan siete a casa, e anche il prossimo anno la Champions League la guardate dal divano, perché se vi va bene fate l'Europa League, se vi va bene, grandi ragazzi, grazie mister, grazie a tutti i giocatori, sempre forza Inter.
Inter Milan are through to the semi-finals of the Champions League after eliminating Bayern Munich. But I want to talk about Lautaro Martínez, who I felt was heavily disrespected, in the Ballon d'Or rankings last time out. Knowing what he did for Argentina and what he did for Inter Milan. Now, this season, Inter are top of the Serie A. Inter in the semi-finals, who I can say has all round the best defensive structure left in the Champions League. Arsenal, we're fantastic as well with the defensive structure. Inter Milan, we know how they play, man. And Bayern, even though are not that great overall, but offensively, they're still very, very good. You understand? And Lautaro scoring in both ties. I think he's got 8 goals in the Champions League. I think in the Serie A, he's got 12 goals. He's got 21 goals in all competition for Inter Milan. And if Inter Milan are able to win it, do not disrespect him in the Ballon d'Or rankings this season. But yeah, man, if they're able to go all the way, man, it'll be a good game against Barcelona. You're going to see ultimate defense with a great striker up front, with a decent strike partner against the Barcelona that has the most frightening offensive weapon in the front three, in Rafinha, Yamal, and Lewandowski, and the control of Pedri and everything. It's going to be interesting to see, man. But Lautaro deserves all the respect. For Harry Kane, he scored today again. His stats have been fantastic. Another trophy will leave him. But I feel like it will be the year he wins his first trophy with the Bundesliga. Bayern being first, I think there might be 6 points ahead or something. So yeah, man. And every time Bayern drop points as well, Leverkusen don't take advantage of it. So it is what it is, man. But yeah, Lautaro Martínez, put some respect on his name.
Inter advance to the Champions League semi-finals yet again. This season for Milan fans just couldn't get any worse, especially if Inter end up winning the Champions League or let alone the treble. I mean, credit to Inter, they scored 2 goals off the set piece, and then I thought Bayern was going to level it with 5 minutes left in the match, but they just couldn't find a goal. They play Barcelona next, so Barcelona, you guys better win, because I will be absolutely devastated if I see this team in the final again. And Lautaro Martínez just keeps scoring. I mean, he's going to be back for the second leg against Milan in the Coppa Italia semifinals, so it's going to be absolutely insane. I'm a Barca fan for 2 legs, and I'm a PSG or Arsenal fan for 1 match. Hopefully I don't have to be.
Ma vi state rendendo conto di quello che ha fatto l'Inter questa sera?
Incredibile, ragazzi, semifinale di Champions, incredibile.
Dopo averli battuti all'andata, al ritorno non solo passano in svantaggio, ma nel giro di qualche minuto la ribaltano.
Esatto, e secondo me là, poi col gol de Dyer, quello che ve pare, ma la partita era già chiusa.
Meritatissimo. Nei 180, se c'è stata una squadra che si è dimostrata più forte,
E l'Inter.
sono stati loro.
Assolutamente d'accordo.
Processo di crescita clamoroso dei nerazzurri dopo la finale di Champions contro il City,
Sì.
perché parte tutto da lì e qui arriva una consapevolezza di una squadra che si sente forte e che arrivata a sto punto, secondo me, non si deve precludere più nulla.
Semifinale col Barcellona, come nel 2010. I tifosi interisti saranno contenti, probabilmente.
Lautaro Martinez, Harry Kane, and Simone Inzaghi. Here are 3 things that we learned from Inter Milan going through against Bayern Munich. At number 1, there needs to be more respect on Lautaro Martinez's name. When he kept on signing new contracts at Inter Milan, people questioned why he doesn't just leave them, but you can see exactly why. He's the captain and spark of this team. When they needed a goal after they went 1-0 down and Bayern Munich equalized on aggregate, it was Lautaro Martinez who scored the winner once again in the right place, finishing off his chances as he has all season long, with Inter Milan top of Serie A and into the semi-finals of the Champions League. At number 2, Harry Kane has had some ridiculous seasons with Bayern Munich, but he's just been so unlucky. He definitely deserves more trophies on his name. He continues to score goals, and he scored a fantastic one against Inter Milan. But again, the team's just not been good enough to go that extra step, to go that extra mile. They'll be hoping they stop dropping points in the Bundesliga, take it seriously, and at least get Harry Kane a Bundesliga trophy that he deserves. And at number 3, a manager that continues to be underrated, Simone Inzaghi. One of the best tactical masterminds in world football right now, and I really hope Inter Milan are the team who win the Champions League. Inzaghi deserves it the most. A couple of seasons ago, he got to the final against Manchester City and he played a blinder, but they just weren't able to beat Man City on the night, and this time I really hope he goes all the way.
One of the best managers in the world, and for me, he's still somehow underrated. Simone Inzaghi in Inter Milan, through to the semifinals, and it's absolutely deserved. This team and manager are absolutely special. The way this group of players just play together, the chemistry at every point of the field, they can go from back to forth in 3 passes. They can switch it to the bombing DeMarco, or even Darmian coming in for Dumfries at right wing back. The midfield 3 of Mkhitaryan, Barella, Hakan, absolutely brilliant. You cannot press them. And up top, these 2, man, Lautaro Martinez, Marcus Thuram, over the 2 legs, absolute clinic on how to play a 2-man striker. The chemistry is out of this world. The willingness, the running, the goals, everything. Just amazing from these two. And that tie versus Barca, I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
Passa il turno l'Inter, passa il turno l'Inter, grande Inter, bella partita, ma un applauso anche al Bayern Monaco che, ragazzi, 1000 infortuni, vengono a Milano senza paura, l'Inter resiste, anzi, fa meglio dell'andata, fa 2 gol e che dire, raga, io faccio gli applausi da sportivo, faccio gli applausi. Complimenti, hanno sofferto anche fino alla fine, raga, complimenti, bella partita, vi faccio un grande applauso. Ora ci sarà Inter-Barcellona, finale anticipata per i miei gusti, e io vi faccio gli applausi, raga, perché complimenti, cioè da milanista, vedervi là, soffrire così, lottare così, vorrei starci io al posto vostro, avere quell'ansia lì di non subire il gol, di lottare. Io vi faccio gli applausi, raga, perché io sono sportivo e io vi faccio gli applausi. Complimenti all'Inter che sfrutta gli errori del Bayern Monaco, perché il Bayern Monaco fa tanti errori, però ve lo continuo a fare. Grande Inter, vince, passa il turno, pareggia 2-2, però passa il turno. Complimenti.
Dang it, Eric Dyer, if you didn't score, my prediction would have been on point, but they scored. But regardless, Inter advanced to the semifinals of the Champions League. I didn't watch this game because, of course, I was watching the Real Madrid-Arsenal game. But look, I said that Inter were just going to have more composure. They're going to be in the San Siro. I didn't expect them to lose this game and lose their composure. They regained it quickly, scored from a set piece, 2 set pieces goals, which, again, that's what champions do. They find a way to win. If it's not from open play, it's from a set piece. Same thing like Arsenal. That's what they do. And that's why they're my favorites to go to the final of the Champions League. I know they're going to play Barca, but I'll get into that in more greater depth when the matchup comes around. But congratulations to Inter. Unfortunate for Bayern. People are saying that if Bayern were fully fit, if they had Musiala, they would have won this game. I guess we'll never know. But for now, Inter win. Fantastic. They go on to the next round, and they got a tough semifinals against Barcelona. I'm excited to see that matchup.
Bruh, I'm not gonna lie and say that I watched this entire game. I was too busy watching that Arsenal masterclass today. You gotta give it to Inter. I mean, I feel like a lot of football fans saw this coming. But I just feel bad for Harry Kane, bro. His trophy cabinet's just it's full of bottles, bro. As soon as Harry Kane got them back into the tie, like it looked like it was about to be a good game. It was 2-2. Lautaro Martínez just scores immediately. And then he does this aura farming BS, bro. He genuinely just stands there for like 2 whole minutes. He's just standing there. I want to say that I was right about Company. He didn't have enough oomph to like win the whole thing. But he actually kind of proved me wrong this year. I mean, they got past Leverkusen, who I didn't think they'd get past. They just have so much like chance creation with Olise alone. If they had Musiala, if they had Davies, it would have been a much better game. So I will say injuries did play a big part in this game. But Vincent Kompany is actually cooking a little something in Bayern. Now on to this team. I mean, if we thought Arteta was haram ball, bro, this is just a different level. The way they play is just so compact. They don't allow anything in the middle of the field. Literally no shot you create a chance, create a shot from the middle of the field. Everything is going to be a cross ball, and then these 3 giants are just going to head the ball out of the box. We did this earlier this year, and it's going to be tough to play against them. I'm really interested to see if Barca is able to break down this defense and, you know, walk away going to the finals.
I knew it, man. I wish I didn't know it, but I just knew it because I predicted Inter to go through in my prediction video for the Champions League. I got many comments like this. Inter, laughing face. I can't take anyone serious when they gaslight the Serie A. When is the last time a Serie A team won the UCL? Inter are not beating Bayern or Barca. And sure enough today, Inter go through on aggregate 4-3 and pretty convincingly too. And look, no one wanted this to happen less than me, okay? I'm a Milan fan, and I just knew that based off of my year as a Milan fan, supporting Milan, I knew I'd be forced to watch Inter make another Champions League run this season. And sure enough, here they are. And I'm not surprised. Like I said before, this Bayern team is gettable. We saw the Feyenoord game. We saw what Celtic did over 2 legs. This Inter team in the group stage conceded 1 goal, okay? Just 1. Bayern Munich, 12. They're gettable. And whether I like it or not, I have to admit this Inter team is just built very well. They just are. If they have to defend and lock up, they can do that. On the counterattack, when they open up, they're also good there too, with players like DiMarco in there and Dumfries. But LA in the midfield, what a player he is. Lautaro up top is firing again too. They pretty much have two squads, and they've been the best team in the country now for a long time, right? And I'm not defending Inter. I'm just saying that I've said this repeatedly on this page, that the levels in Serie A, although they're not what they used to be from years past, they're still better than you think compared to other leagues, other top leagues in Europe, right? And yes, trust me, I hear myself saying that after showings from teams like Juventus and Milan this season. But the fact is that the best teams right now in the country are not the ones that made the Champions League this season, right? We saw last year, Napoli had a horrible year. They're now back this season, playing much better football. They're not there. And teams like Milan and Juventus, who qualified last season, made massive changes for this year with new managers, new systems. They both now have had two managers each. They got much worse, especially Milan, who currently sit 8th. But Inter, for the most part, have stuck together with their long-term manager Inzaghi. And sadly for me, they're a real threat this year. I don't know how this Milan team has not lost to Inter this season, but, hopefully one more game coming up soon in a couple weeks, or next week, I guess. But those are my thoughts. What are yours? Do you think this Inter team has a real chance to win the Champions League? Let me know down below.
Voi dovete ringraziare che avete battuto il Bayern con 15 infortunati, con una botta di culo senza precedenti, perché l'andata dovevate perdere. Oggi avete rubato un pareggio, perché il gol di Lautaro Martínez era mano clamoroso. Io non so come l'arbitro abbia fatto a non vederlo, visto che l'ho visto io da casa mia e l'arbitro in campo non l'ha visto. Ma comunque questa Champions League non la vincete, perché ricordatevi che uscire ai gironi o non partecipare, o uscire in semifinale o in finale, è la stessa cosa, conta vincerla. Quindi voi non la vincete perché il Barcellona vi sbatte a casa. Godetevi questa serata, per carità. Avete rubato come sempre, ma questa Champions non la vincete.
I mean, Inter Milan, wow. Fair play to Bayern Munich. I mean, Inter Milan was just a better team tonight. I feel sorry for Kane, but it is what it is. I mean, you can see straight passion screaming off these guys' chests. They really did deserve to win this game. Personally, I think semi-final deserved for them. Inter came up against us 2 years ago and they lost, all because of Lukaku. I mean, I'm happy, I'm grateful for that, but they played exceptionally well, so fair play to them. This man, unreal, genuinely. Like, he deserves a lot more, but can't do much about it, man, unlucky. Lisandro Martinez. Oh my God, him and Pavard balling out. Like, look at the passion screaming off him, genuinely. This guy's a legend, man. Like, he's up there, genuinely. What a game that was. And I don't know, at the end of the day, could they win it? They could. They played very, very well. They're very experienced. I think at the end of the day, it does definitely come down to experience. In my opinion, I think it will be a PSG-Barcelona final. And whoever wins it, I don't know. Either way, it is what it is. But Inter Milan have a strong shout. I know Arsenal isn't winning it. So, at the end of the day, fair play to Inter Milan and fair play to Lisandro Martinez, man. He's an absolute baller.
The best game of the day, Inter and Bayern tied 2-2 to see Inter go through to the semifinal, and I have some thoughts, man. Firstly, what a player Lautaro is, bro. This guy is severely underrated by so many football fans. He is an amazing striker, bro. I know he has his deficits. I know he has, some drawbacks in his game, but overall, this guy honestly, he's a legend in the game. He's genuinely a legend in the game. Hats off to him. Beautiful performances in the first and second leg. Next, the Harry Kane curse continues, man. Are we ever going to see this guy win a major trophy in his career, bro? I honestly, at a certain point, I have to feel bad for the guy, bro. To join Bayern Munich, to not even win a Bundesliga in your first season, and to crash out of the Champions League 2 seasons in a row, man. It's tough. It's a cold world out here, man. And lastly, it sets up an amazing semifinal. Arsenal versus PSG and Barcelona versus Inter Milan. This is going to be movies, bro. This is going to be cinema. I cannot wait to watch these games. Personally, I have PSG and Barcelona coming out of these for an amazing final. Let me know what you guys think.